Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.
A retired master sergeant says her sister's service inspired her, but since her sister was in the Navy, she enlisted in the Air Force.
As Gwen Bevel and photojournalist Nick Kiefer show us, that was not only the start of her military career.
Carol Loy says she didn't know it at the time, but her husband asked her out for the first time on a bet. She says the two of them really hit it off, though, and since she was of age, she'd buy him beers. The two got married just 5 weeks after they met.
I mean, it was so hot. I think I lost 20 pounds at basic training.
Retired Master Sergeant Carol Loy proved she could handle anything after surviving basic training in Texas in August.
I didn't want to be a secretary. I didn't want to be a bookkeeper. I didn't want to do the normal woman's job.
She wanted to be a mechanic.
Behind us is some of the equipment that we worked on.
Loy is very proud of this maintenance badge.
Every base that I went to, it was like I had to reprove myself as being a technician.
She says sometimes she was the only female in the entire shop, and at one base was the highest ranking female in the entire maintenance squadron.
It was hard work, but it was enjoyable. I mean, you met a lot of people.
Loy is pictured here with her husband Randy in tech school. She says deployments were interesting for both of them.
I was home with working 12, 14, 16-hour shifts at Lakenheath Aid Shop. And then I had two little kids.
She says there was no downtime as they supported their comrades in Desert Storm.
They took so many of them, and there was only a few left at Lakenheath.
Loy says they were at one time stationed in Italy, and they were the only two aerospace ground equipment technicians on the base, but they still found time to take it all in.
We had a good first sergeant there that took us around on some of the excursions and different things to do. We went spelunking, we went grape picking.
Judging by her expression, there is far more to that story. She says they had a lot of fun.
So yeah, flying on a lot of planes. There were some planes that we flew on that we were in jump seats, and that's how we got from base to base.
And she saw 7 bases in so many countries.
When I retired out here at McConnell.
That was after 22 years of service, and Loy was awarded the Meritorious Service Award.
These are my ranks through the years.
This retired master sergeant is thankful she chose that maintenance track.
It was a good job. It was, I mean, and being that we were in the same career field, we all the time we're together.
From the start, the two have been inseparable in life and in their long military careers. They should have known when their love story started out, snowed in for the honeymoon, that they were in for one amazing adventure ahead. On one of the couple's adventures, they went to Washington, D.C., and they were at the Lincoln Memorial when they saw a fellow veteran. Randy walked up and thanked him for his service. That's when the man explained he was there on an honor flight. When they returned, the Loy signed up as volunteers for the Kansas Honor Flight. Here for you, Gwen Bevel, KSN News 3.
The Devon James Injury Lawyer is here with our Veteran of the Week, and that's Master Sergeant Carol Loy, who proudly served our country for 22 years in the United States Air Force. On behalf of all of Kansas, thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.